There is a setting within OBS or your streaming software that you need to change if you're streaming to Twitch right now. This could make a big difference, although not a lot of people will see it, but it can make a big difference without hurting anything for your stream's quality. But I'm not talking about video quality. Today we're talking about audio quality, right after a word from this video's sponsor. Alright, so the cyberpunk aesthetic and layout has been incredibly popular, so much so that just having one cyberpunk theme package on Nerd or Die wasn't enough. Nerd or Die put out a dedicated cybernetic stream pack for Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube gaming, featuring customizable widgets, a pretty awesome chat box, alternative backgrounds that you're gonna see in my videos, cool transitions, webcam frames, and customizable alerts where you can change the color, text, and icon before they go up. Head on over to eposvox.gg/nerdordie and use coupon code EposVox to save 15% today. In case you haven't noticed, I've been moving for like 3 months and missed a lot of what's been going on with Twitch, YouTube, streaming, OBS, and so on. And something I did cover back in November was that they introduced the ability to stream multiple audio tracks at once to have a separate VOD and stream audio track. And a lot of people jumped on this for letting them stream copyright music without it going into the VOD, and I made a whole video about why this is a terrible idea and won't actually protect you. But in order to introduce that, Twitch actually had to increase their audio bitrate cap. Previously, they requested and required everything to be at 160 kilobits per second or lower, sometimes 192, and typically they had cited that this would be included in your total bitrate that you could stream. So if you could stream 6 megabits per second, that would include video and audio. So technically your video should be 6,000 minus 160 or whatever. But in November, they actually updated their streaming service requirements file, which OBS uses if you have that checkbox checked to match streaming and service settings and things like that to keep your bitrate in line. And they actually let you stream up to 320 kilobits per second. Now, the goal of this was to accommodate dual 160 kilobit per second audio streams, but you can use it for one audio stream to get a full 320 kilobits per second. Now, if you've messed with digital music files at all, you know, if you ever downloaded them back in the day or whatever, getting a 320 kilobit per second MP3 or AAC audio file was kind of the goal, because at 320 kilobits per second, most audio encoders are mostly transparent. Like it's really hard to tell any quality improvements past 320, whether we're talking to FLAC, WAVE, higher bit rates. There's 512 kilobits per second for some audio encoders. Most people, the diminishing returns hit hard after 320 kilobits per second. Well, streaming services have always had really crunchy bit rates, and even if you don't immediately notice specific compression artifacts, you can still feel like just a cleaner difference between, say, 128 or 160 and 320 kilobit per second audio in your stream, especially when you have game sound, music, alerts, your voice, you know, a bunch of things happening at once. All of that audio kind of needs a little bit of room to breathe, and this lets you do it. And it's free. Like, really adding an extra 160 kilobits per second to your bitrate doesn't really hurt anything, even on some of the lowest end connections. And in fact, the streaming services requirement file has been updated so that you get a full 6,000 kilobits per second on video and the 320 on audio. It's not subtracted anymore. So in order to change this in your favorite streaming software, I'm going to show you with OBS, but it's basically the same in everything. You go to settings, you go to your output settings, and under audio, you change audio bitrate from 160 to 320. And you get free quality increase for your audio. And audio is so much more important than video. Audio quality is one of the most important aspects of a video, a podcast, a stream, anything. And this is just a little bit of a free little extra bump to help make it that much better. And it's really pretty nice. Now, if you are on a very low end audio or internet connection where you have, you know, where you're barely streaming 1 megabit per second and every bit counts, then I would recommend compromising and maybe turning down your bitrate just a teeny tiny bit so you can get up to, say, 256 kilobits per second instead of 320. That way you get a little bit of an increase, but for the vast majority of people, you can crank it up to 320 and literally your internet connection won't change because of that. So just quick little Twitch tip here for you today. This is phenomenal. I can't believe I didn't find out about it until just recently, but they have even updated it on the Twitch help pages and everything, that up to 320 kilobits per second is supported. And I have checked, and if you download a stream or check it real time or whatever, that full 320 is being passed through on one track. If you missed the video about dual audio tracks, go check that out, linked in the video description. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more tech education and stream guides. I'm the stream professor, EposVox. I'll see you next time.